Hey everyone, Wyduk with Game 3 of a Best of 5 series from the WCS Season 2 Korea Playoffs, and this time in quarterfinal action on Star Station. We've got spawning in the bottom right as the Blue Terran, we've got Prime's Maru. And if you're a Maru fan, you'll be happy to know that he is currently up 2-0 against his opponent, spawning in the top left as the Red Zerg. Representing Team Azubu, we've got Symbol. Symbol is down 0-2, so he's going to have to figure out a way to break the Maru riddle. Otherwise, he's going to be packing his bags very early, and Maru will go into the semifinals unscathed in this round, unless Symbol can win this game and force Game 4 in this series. Now, this is very interesting. I was thinking about this before I even started this game. And Symbol has been able to spot the cheese from Maru immediately. And it's very interesting. Now, Maru, if he was paying attention, was able to see that overlord just for a split second. Because Symbol was looking for a cheese. He was scouting for a cheese attack in the previous game, but there was no cheese attack. And Maru is one of those players where he likes to mix it up, go for cheese once in a while. And so it's interesting that Maru is now going to go for cheese. The Overlord from Symbol was able to detect it immediately. And this SCV is under attack from 2 drones as well. And you have to remember, once in a while that SCV is in melee range. Once in a while it's under the cover of the barracks. And now the barracks looks like it will finish here. That SCV is also going to be able to escape. So Maru is very fortunate here. And now we do have a single Reaper coming out. So Symbol, unfortunately, even though he was able to detect the cheese, it's gonna muck up his ability to concentrate on the early game. Symbol has been opening up with hatchery first in the previous 2 games, but now he has to go for the extractor to go for early speed, and now he has to pump out Zerglings instead of drones. So even though the cheese has been detected, it does kind of hurt Symbol a little bit because he's not gonna be able to play his standard game. Now, granted, Maru will also be behind economically as well. So this Reaper from Maru is going to have to do some damage here. Either pick off a few Zerglings or a few drones. Otherwise, even though he's put Symbol behind, he's also far behind himself. So it's difficult to say, really, if he's gained an advantage or not. Able to kite away 1 Zergling. But remember, that Reaper does cost 100 resources. So this Reaper's going to have to do a little bit more damage than just that. But like I said, both players are going to be behind. But if you take a look at supplies, it looks like Symbol is enjoying this little trade-off. Command Center is being built by Maru, and this is a little bit dangerous because the Overlord is going to be coming in here, going to be able to see that Command Center pretty soon, and that Barracks is still trying to lift back to the home base. And Maru does not have a Barracks back here. He doesn't even have a wall off here. Now, he will be getting the supply depot, and that will cut off any attack from future Zerglings, at least in the near future. That Reaper is not able to do any more damage, but at least was able to keep some of that attention away from Maru's home base. But that Overlord is going to be able to slowly drift over Maru's base and see everything that is going on. And I like the fact that Symbol is putting down creep tumors from his main to connect to his natural. As there are many Zerg players that forget to do this, and you have to remember, if there is constant harassment from Hellions or Reapers, or even drops in the later game, if Queens are one of your keys to defense, they're very good against air because they have such long range. But if you forget to have the creep connection between your main and your natural, your Queens are not very mobile if they have to transfer between both bases. So that is something to keep a note of. And that Lone Reaper is able to reinforce Maru's position. And Maru's actually going for a 3rd command center. Now we're at the 6-minute mark, but remember, he doesn't really have any units defending his base. He's only got a Lone Hellion and a Lone Reaper here. But with this wall off, the Zerglings really can't penetrate. And so Maru's trying to be very greedy here. We'll have to see if this pays off. But Symbol is going to see this, and he's going for a 3rd hatchery of his own as well. So Symbol is not deterred at all by the greedy play by Maru after that opening barracks proxy. And I like the position of this Roach Warren as well. It's in between the natural and the main. And so if a scan does go down by Maru, he's probably not going to be able to see that Roach Warren. And you do see this from pro players once in a while where they put hex structures just in between the main and the natural. And I think this is a good strategy in this situation as well. So both players are going to try to stabilize. Symbol does have 3 bases up now. And Maru will have his 4th command center. What's going on here? Maru is going for an early 4th. It's not even the 8-minute mark, and it's going to be finished in less than half a minute. So Maru is going super, super, super greedy. I can't remember the last time I've seen a 4th command center this early. He's only got a few Marines and 1 siege tank. I don't think Symbol has spotted this. Oh, yes, he has. Symbol has spotted it. So it'll be up to Symbol to kind of do something about this. Either go for an early 4th himself or to attack. He's getting double evolution chambers instead. We do have a lone Hellion poking away at these drones, but the drones are just going to turn into crawlers, spore crawlers. And that Hellion is lost. So good micro by Symbol, not losing any of those drones. Losing a few resources, building and canceling those buildings. But better that than to lose drones. And Maru is setting up a defensive perimeter. He's got 2 tanks now. And now he's going to switch that factory over to the reactor. And that's one of the advantages in Heart of the Swarm for Terran, is that tanks no longer need to get that siege mode upgrade. And this is what I'm talking about. Now, Maru's going to scan the main, and he's not able to see anything. He cannot see the Spire, and he can't see the Roach Warren because of the placement. And once again, the second scan goes down, and just out of range is that Roach Warren. Look at this vision from Maru. Not able to see it. So Maru just wasted 100 energy, or 2 mules, which is equal to about 500 minerals, to try and figure out some vital scouting information, and instead he's thwarted on both counts. So excellent placement by Symbol to put them in between the natural and the main. And now Maru is really left guessing. He has really no idea what's going on. He sees the lair structure, but he doesn't know. Maybe it's a Hydralisk den. Maybe it is Mutalisk, but he's just guessing, grasping at straws. He's not really sure what it could be. And so Symbol, hats off to him. Very good placement, very good strategy. But Maru is going to be building more and more barracks. Very common tech play against Zerg. Going for Bile. Both players are stabilizing, on 3 bases. And you have to remember, because Maru has this extra orbital command, he's able to have more scans and also put down more mules as well. So actually, even though this is his 3 bases, he's going to be able to get more mineral output because of this other orbital command. Now, he is behind in supply by about 20 at this current point in time. And the Mutalisks from Symbol are going to fly in here, so not being able to see the Spire did hurt Maru. Is Maru going to be able to react to this? He doesn't have any missile turrets, and he doesn't have any bunkers up yet either. And now Maru's 3rd is going to be under attack, and the Mutalisks can just fly into the main unopposed. The missile turret is not yet finished. It looks like Maru's SCVs are going to try and force that missile turret to get finished. It is going to finish, and now the SCVs are going to try and repair. Able to destroy 1 Mutalisk, but most of the SCVs have been destroyed. And Maru's lost 20 SCVs. He's at a major deficit. He's behind by about 30 supply. 20 of those lost were SCVs. So now the economy of Maru is severely hampered. So Symbol must be feeling very good. He's also got his own 4th hatchery up. So Symbol does have a distinct advantage now in this current juncture. And with 1-1 almost complete, the upgrades will be very good for our Zerg player. He's currently behind. Maru does have the upgrade advantage, but in a few moments they will be even. So Maru's going to have to figure out a way how to get back in this game, because he's behind by about 40 supply. And like I said before, he lost a lot of SCVs. Now, we do have very good Widow Mine placement here, so if the Mutalisks do come in here, they have to be very careful. And I think Symbol was able to spot it. You can actually see a little black dot where the mines are burrowed. Symbol's gonna have to get some Overseers out. Now, he's getting centrifugal hooks for his Banelings, and he's also getting 2-2 upgraded at the same time, as well as Maru. So both players are not skipping on their upgrades. They know upgrades are very important for victory. And now the Mules are gonna come in here. Now we've got this bunker under attack, and it's on fire, and it's gonna be finally picked off, and now the Mules can run in here totally unopposed, it looks like, but there's 2 Widow Mines able to get 4 kills altogether, so great placement of the Widow Mines, able to destroy quite a few Mutalisks, and the resources lost is now very even. Maru is going to reinforce with missile turrets and a bunker again at his third. I think that's a wise decision should the Mutalisks come in here again. But we've got lots of Banelings here. The scan does go down, able to see all 31 Banelings, it looks like, but the Banelings are still rolling. Maru's gonna have to position his mines forward. Now, remember, Symbol does have control of that Xel'Naga Tower, so they're able to see all those mines and the Marines. Zerglings do rush in there first. Mines get great connections on the Zerglings, but they really want to burn down on those Banelings first. The Marines are splitting, but great connections from the Banelings, but the mines get better connections. And now the supplies have been evened out by this great mine placement. Take a look at these mines. 11 kills, 10, 6, and 15 and 8. These mines have basically evened out the game, even though Maru was behind by about 30 supply. And now you take a look at resources lost, and it's vastly in favor of our Terran player. And now we have Overseers moving out with a pack of Mutalisks on the right side of the map. They're going to try and harass, it looks like, into the main, possibly the production area. Not able to harass the third, but they are going to go to the main instead. There is one lone missile turret here, but it will fall very quickly. There it goes, and now the SCVs are totally prone to the Glade Worm attack. The Marines are going to stem in here, able to pick off one Overseer, but those pesky Mutalisks are able to fly away. There is no ground for these Marines to stand on, and that's what Mutalisks are for. They're for hidden runs. Sometimes I see Zerg players use them as gladiators, just rushing into the heart of the battle and trying to destroy units, but that's generally not a very good role for Mutalisks unless they have a lot of support. And we're going to have an engagement here between Maru and Symbol. Symbol is going to retreat temporarily here, as we do have very good mine placement by Maru, and Maru looks like he wants to go for the 5th base of Symbol at the 12 o'clock position. Another scan does go down, able to see some of that army moving back on the creep, so Maru knows when and where they are. But we've got another attack at the natural. The Zerglings are going to be destroyed by the Siege Tanks easily. But this base at the 12 o'clock is going to be defended. There's just so many Banelings, great connections. Maru is going to stampede ahead anyways. He's got a few medevacs healing up this small pack of Marines. But we've got a constant stream of reinforcements as well. All this purple gunk is getting cleaned up from the scans and Marines. Maru really wants to target down this 12 o'clock base. There aren't that many drones here, but he has to be careful as there are more Banelings coming into effect. And also, we've also got Infestors here. 3-3 is on the way for both players, so no upgrade advantage for either. But this 12 o'clock base has met its match. It is not going to survive, and it will go down. But even with that base going down, Symbol still has a 4th base up, and that means he still has that crucial 1 base advantage over his Terran opponent. And the minerals are kind of running low for Maru, especially at the main and the natural. Maru's going to have to secure a 4th soon, and or destroy the 4th base of Symbol, try and even up the economic powers. Now, Maru has done a great job cleaning up all the creep threat in the middle of the map, able to clean up that base at the 12 o'clock as well. And he is maxed out, so it looks like Maru's primed to win here, but we got lots of Banelings rolling in here. And if the fungal growths do go down, there we go, 1 connection. All those Marines are going to get chewed up. The Widow Mines are burrowing themselves. And remember, as a Terran player, you want to engage Zerg players off the creep, not on the creep. But Maru's coming in here anyways. Widow Mine connection, a little bit more friendly fire than they would usually want. Banelings get great connections in the front. Maru's going to have to split here. A lot of Marines get fungal growth, and the Widow Mine actually destroys a lot of his own Marines. So very unfortunate for Maru. And take a look, and now the resources have reversed, with Symbol having a small supply advantage. But Maru is going to be cleaning up more and more creep here. He's putting down more and more scans. He's going to try and clean up this base at the 9 o'clock position. But at the same time, like I said before, Maru still doesn't have his 4th. He's building 2 command centers back at home. At the same time, Symbol looks like he got a sneaky attack force of Mutalisks on the right side of the map. Now with the Ultralisks out and so many Banelings and Fungal Growths, this is going to be a difficult position for Maru to hold. He's burrowing all his mind, able to get some connections on the Mutalisks, but the Mutalisks have so much life, and the Marines are just falling from the Fungal Growth and in conjunction with the attacks from the Ultralisks. Maru is losing a lot of supply, and now he's behind by about 25 supply. The Mutalisks are coming in here to reinforce as well. And now with Symbol maxed out, and with Maru under 140 supply, Symbol has a distinct advantage here. He's got 2 more bases than his Terran opponent. He's getting a 3rd one again, or his 6th base up. Maru still doesn't have his 4th either. So Maru's in a very tight position here. He's going to have to trade very well to get back in this game. Otherwise, it's going to be lights out for Maru. And I really think this is going to be going to a game 4 based on the current position. Unless Symbol makes a huge mistake or if Maru is able to get unbelievable trades, I don't see how Maru is going to be able to get back in this game. Now, he sent a small attack force of Marines to attack the 12 o'clock base. This is a good move by Maru, trying to focus down that hatchery. But that Ultralisk is coming in there with its significant splash damage, able to chop away 7 Marines by himself. And now all the Spine Crawlers are going to go up to defend that hatchery. So very unfortunate for Maru. And now we got a small engagement at the bottom of the map. The Marines and Marauders are kiting forward to destroy the Ultralisk. One Ultralisk does go down, but I think Maru would have really liked to finish off that hatchery. And now with this bottom left base also established for Symbol, Maru's in a lot of trouble. He's got his 4th base up now, but generally, as a Zerg player, as the Terran player, your 4th base, you want to have a planetary fortress. Generally, 3 orbitals is enough, but Maru is just going to use an orbital command here, so it's not going to be able to help defend from this next attack. We've got so many Ultralisks. We've got 12 Ultralisks in this army. Marines and Marauders are trying to do everything they can, but they can't kite forever, and now they're stuck in a corner. The Medivacs have been able to pick them up, and they're going to boost away onto the high ground, but it's actually Fungal Growth. Chain Fungal. These Medivacs can't move anywhere. They can't unload, and now the Marines and Marauders are going to get chewed up. That orbital cannon does go down as well, and we still got a whole bunch of these Ultralisks left. 11 Ultras left, so it looks like only 1 Ultra did go down, and Maru does not have that 4th base, and take a look at that mineral difference. So Symbol has complete control of this game. We've got a small attack force harassing the 3rd base of Symbol, but Maru's going to tap out. I think Maru understands that he's too far behind, and if you take a look at resources lost, you take a look at the supplies, you take a look at resources, and it's clear that Symbol is definitely in the lead, and the chance of him winning is over 99% in my opinion. He'd have to screw up royally to have Maru win the game. So Symbol, making this a competitive series, able to win game 3. He's still down match point, so he's going to have to win the next game and the one after that if he wants to advance. But at least he knows he's able to defeat Maru in a normal economic game. So we'll have to see in game 4 who's going to come out on top.